This is Deb Dachinger on the Dare to Dream radio show. Thank you so much for joining us here. 92.5 KYHY.com. They play my show every Wednesday through Friday, 11 o'clock on. I'm also on TogiNet.com. And if you would like to listen to any archive shows, there's so many ways to reach the Dare to Dream podcast. I'm on iTunes. I'm on upublish.com. You can go to my website. And Podcast Alley, Podcast Blaster, they're out there. They're everywhere. Also, please join us. I've been seeing the numbers bump up every week, and it's been amazing and exciting to me. So go to Facebook and join us there on my fan page. It's called Dare to Dream Radio and TV Interviews. Love to see you there. What else? We've got so much going on. I think I'm just going to get to it. How's that? Because we're here to talk about goals. We're here to talk about dreams. I interview amazingly successful people every week who are making their dreams come true, and that is to inspire you that you can do the same. So wherever you are in making those dreams come true, you keep going. I encourage you. So what would it mean for you to create a decision, to decide, to create a worthwhile goal that's really big and juicy? I don't mean just the everyday stuff, but something that's maybe a little scary. So the point is, make one. The point is, go for it. Harvard Business School studied some students who graduated and did a study of students for quite some time. And what do you think they found out at the end of the study? Well, the students who left Harvard and became incredibly successful were all the ones who had set goals for themselves. I want to achieve this. I picture myself doing that. They wrote things down, they had plans, and they achieved them. The ones who left Harvard that were not so successful had no goals in mind. They just sort of meandered through life. Don't meander. Set dreams and goals to come true. Achieve them. Think big. Goals are meant to stretch the imagination. They are meant to go beyond what is reasonable or comfortable and into what is incredible. I love that saying, reach for the stars. Or is it reach for the moon and then go for the stars? Or reach for the stars and go for the moon? Whatever it is, you get the idea. You're going way, way past what you imagine you're capable of. That's what's so amazing about athletes and Olympians too, isn't it? We always say, well, the record was set at this, and we all assume it can only go to that until someone breaks that barrier. Be someone who breaks barriers positively in your life. I know that for myself, anytime I achieve a goal that I feel like there's no way I can do, it's an amazing feeling. And I know that I have to do some kind of training, or there has to be marked achievements along the way in order to get there. For example, when I wanted to do an LA marathon, I had no idea why. I wasn't an athlete, I wasn't a runner, but I just had this crazy, passionate desire to experience a marathon. I had no idea how I was going to do 26.2 miles. Think about that, 26.2 miles, that's huge. And so I hooked up with a training team, and that was fantastic for me. They created a whole schedule over 8 months that brought me along little by little, so I knew how, when, why. My body was slowly being trained to do this amazing marathon. They taught me about the shoes, because you don't want blisters, you don't want your toes falling off, bleeding, you don't want hurt feet. They taught me about what to wear, what to eat, what kind of water to have. Everything was taken care of, but I learned as I went along week by week, and 8 months later I completed my first marathon. The next year I did another marathon. However, I'd already achieved my first goal and experienced that. I needed a new goal and a new dream. And so I decided to beat my time. 2 weeks prior to the actual marathon, I closed my eyes for just a couple of minutes every night. I imagined myself going through the finish line, having cut 1/2 hour off of my time, and then the joy and elation I felt at having achieved my goal. 2 weeks before the second marathon. That marathon came along, and around mile 18, 19, 20, I looked at my partner, my running partner, and I said, I have to go. I had this huge, insane amount of energy all of a sudden. And she, who was the greatest pacer in the world, couldn't keep up. She said, please go with my blessings. And off I went. Mile 22, mile 23, mile 24, mile 25, 26. I'm rounding the corner and I'm feeling so crazy strong. I go through the finish line and look up at the same time and see my time. I just started crying. I cut 1 hour off of my time. That's unthinkable, unimaginable. That's incredible. That's a huge, juicy goal. But because I had imagined every night for just a couple of minutes that incredible feeling, that elation, I far surpassed my wildest dreams. And you can too. Here's a really cool quote. Debbie Ford, who I adore, wrote this book called The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. And she says, each of us must trust that we do what's necessary to clear out the past, embrace our pain, and we will find our unique gifts, the gold in the dark. She says, and pay attention, we are afraid that our power and our brilliance will isolate us because all we see around us is mediocrity. We are so fearful of being rejected that we sell out our most precious gifts just to fit in. We're taught this as a means of survival, and we do it until we can't stand ourselves anymore. The toxic emotions become so painful that we create situations in our lives to continually show us we're unworthy, to prove we're not deserving of our dreams. Only you can stop this vicious cycle. Only you can say, no more. I want my greatness. I deserve my brilliance, my creativity, and my divinity. And so you do. Emerson said, without ambition, one starts nothing. Without work, one finishes nothing. The prize will not be sent to you. You have to win it. And Vince Lombardi said, the only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. And so, my friends, we all have to work towards our dreams. That's just a part of life. But the beauty of working and achieving and all the things that come to us with each step of the way toward our dream come true is that we will change and grow so much. So many people who achieved their dreams often said, I look back and realize the journey was the most amazing part of it in getting there. Don't be afraid to work toward your dream come true. It's why you're here. Go out on a limb. After all, that's where the fruit is. Thank you for joining us at Dare to Dream Radio. We love having you. Keep signing up on the Facebook page, Dare to Dream Radio and TV, my website, www.debdachinger.com. And we'll see you again next week. And be sure to tune into those interviews. Go after your dreams. Make those dreams come true.